If you closely track developments related to the infrastructure sector, you must have heard one term used often since 2021, Gati Shakti. What actually is the Gati Shakti National Master Plan? Is it a scheme or a project? What does it do? Why is it being called a game changer for the infra sector? Hello and welcome to ThePrint. I am Moushumi Gupta, and in this special broadcast, I'll talk about the Gati Shakti mission, which was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in October 2021. In layman's language, Gati Shakti National Master Plan is a digital mapping platform that brings together 24 infrastructure and economic ministries like rail, road, shipping, among others, for integrated planning and coordinated implementation of infrastructure connectivity projects. In the Gati Shakti portal, all the central ministries have mapped details of all infrastructure and logistic facilities, assets in the country on a geographic information system map, including data of the forest, habitation, other assets that are passing through. I'm sure you want to know how all of this is helping on the ground. Here is how. In March 2022, Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw informed the Parliament that his ministry had given nod to prepare detailed project reports for dedicated freight corridor on 3 new routes: the North-South Corridor, the East-West Sub-Corridor, and the East Coast Corridor. Vaishnaw said that a decision on the projects will be taken based on the DPRs and financing options. There is, however, a little known behind-the-scenes story to this move that illustrates the growing synergy among ministries and departments based on the use of technology for governance. The Rail Ministry first mapped the proposed alignments of the 3 corridors. Then it mapped the same alignment on the Gati Shakti National Master Plan. When the alignment was superimposed on the National Master Plan, it was found that the original alignment was passing through forests, mining areas, and industrial parks. That would have meant long-drawn and costly clearance processes. To avoid this, the alignment was modified to ensure minimal disruption by not passing through any of these infra assets. Is the modified alignment that has been adopted by the Railway Ministry and will go into the making of the DPRs. If approved, the corridors would go a long way in cutting time and cost overruns. This is just one example of how the GIS-based Gati Shakti Master Plan is helping infra ministries plan their projects better. Piloted by the Logistics Division of the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Gati Shakti National Master Plan gives a bird's-eye view of the country's infrastructure and logistic facilities on a GIS map. Just at the click of a mouse, ministries can visualize their proposed projects vis-à-vis other assets passing through the same route and also check against any obstacles coming in the way at the planning stage only. So far, over 600 layers of data of different infra ministries have been mapped on the National Master Plan, according to government data. For instance, the Rail Ministry has mapped its entire rail line network, status of projects including widening, electrification, gauge conversion, development of cargo terminals, among others, into the National Master Plan. The Highways Ministry has mapped the entire database of the national highways, the Bharatmala Greenfield corridors, the proposed multimodal logistic hub, besides the network of state highways, district roads on the National Master Plan. Almost all central infra ministries have mapped their data layers, data with respect to forests, water sources, mines, etc. that are required for planning and getting clearances for the projects. Till date, there was no single platform for comprehensive information on infrastructure and logistic facilities in the country. Now, every ministry knows which ministry is planning what project across the country. Any ministry can see the data of any other infra ministry in one platform in any combination. The National Master Plan portal is already being used for pre-feasibility assessment and DPR planning by railways, roads, telecom, among other infra ministries. The Digital Master Plan of infra assets isn't just allowing ministries to align better and, if required, modify projects before implementation. It is also helping in synchronized planning. For instance, take the 1300 kilometer Delhi-Mumbai Expressway that is under construction. After checking on the National Master Plan, the Telecom Ministry is also laying some 1300 km of its optical fiber cable network on the stretch, without acquiring any additional land for the purpose and within the right-of-way of the highway. The cable is being laid. It will not only save cost, but more importantly, it will not require any redigging for the purpose. In other similar instance, the Petroleum Ministry has suggested to align the Mundra-Panipat crude oil pipeline project along the Amritsar-Jamnagar Expressway, as the Road Ministry has already procured the right-of-way. The Digital Master Plan is helping in synchronized implementation. Officials in DPIIT say that now everybody has started talking, unlike earlier experiences where there were delays in implementation of projects as departments worked in silos. I'm sure you want to know about who oversees the work done by the Gati Shakti. Well, right at the top, there is an empowered group of secretaries, headed by the Cabinet Secretary. Next, there is a body called the Network Planning Group to assist the group. This Network Planning Group has the planning in charges of 7 infrastructure ministries as members. The body meets once a fortnight to look at all project proposals from a coordination point of view. A ministry can raise an issue related to a project online. Issues raised by user ministries are then looked into by the Network Planning Group and other deliberations, and in the deliberations they give their suggestion to the line ministry as to how they can resolve the issue on a priority. The National Master Plan has also been integrated with a project monitoring group, an institutional mechanism set up in 2013 to expedite resolution of issues and regulatory bottlenecks in projects with investment upward of Rs 500 crore. This integration helps. For instance, if there is a project on the National Master Plan and some issue is impeding its progress, the information will automatically reflect on the PMG portal where its resolution will be taken up. Since its launch, the Gati Shakti National Master Plan has helped in identifying over 190 critical infrastructure gaps in 5 key sectors: ports, steel, coal, fertilizer, and food and public distribution. The line ministries have since been told to address these gaps. Besides 24 central infrastructure and economic ministries, now 12 social sector ministries have also come on board the Gati Shakti and have mapped the data on the National Master Plan. This, DPIIT officials say, will help in planning social infra better. For instance, once data of all primary level schools are mapped on a portal, a stakeholder can check areas that are underserved or there are possible constraints in connectivity to schools, etc., and take measures to address the gap. Similarly, if a primary health center is being planned, looking at the master plan, one can see if the health center requires better connectivity and plan accordingly. After having seen the National Master Plan evolve, now states are also finding it useful for the planning purpose and are replicating the model. All the states have come on board and are mapping some 29 essential data layers related to their infrastructure and logistic facilities on the National Master Plan. The data includes those related to land records, forests, wildlife, eco-sensitive zones, coastal regulation zones, reserve forests, water resources, reservoirs, dams, soil type seismicity, flood map, power transmission and distribution lines, mining areas, roads, sewer lines, among others. A majority of the states have also set up the institutional mechanism on the lines of Gati Shakti, such as the empowered group of state secretaries and network planning group, to oversee the work that is being done. Mapping the data layers will help states plan their complementary infrastructure better. For instance, if the PWD is planning to lay a new road, it will be able to see in the state master plan if the alignment of the proposed road is passing through a revenue land, reserve forest, or eco-sensitive zones. If it falls on some reserve forest area, the alignment can be changed to cut delays and ensure smooth implementation of the project. The center is handholding the states in readying the respective master plan and mapping data layers on it. Earlier this month, the Union Finance Minister has also allocated approximately Rs 5,000 crore under the scheme for special assistance to states for capital investment for 2022-23 to the states that are undertaking infrastructure projects under the PM Gati Shakti mission. So far, 28 states have submitted over 190 projects amounting to 5,000 crore for approval to the DPIIT. Senior government officials told ThePrint that the real change on the ground in terms of cutting down delays and faster implementation of big-ticket infra projects will be visible in a couple of years. As of now, synchronized implementation has begun. The earlier delays in implementation of projects because of departments working in silos is becoming a thing of the past. That is all for now. Please follow ThePrint's YouTube channel for more.